Across Kigali, starting from outskirts of the city, some residents are seen not wearing face masks in the streets, going about their day. Some of the hand-washing stations have not had water for a while, and those that have water don't have soap, and those that have water are not utilized by people before accessing the buildings.
I only used water to wash my hands before entering the market because there is no soap. There are even times when there is no water at all and people without hand sanitizers just enter the market anyhow.
At a place commonly known as Mutanganas, Nsengiyumva Ernest is in charge of security, and he says that complacency is only a small percentage as they do their best to adhere to the prevention guidelines.
Sometimes the soap is finished together with the sanitizer and we take long to get them, and we have to try and cover it ourselves. As you can see, there is soap over there at the wash stations. When people are here jostling to get places on the buses to go home, you can't control them or tell them not to get too close to each other. For instance, if someone is going to Rusizi from Kigali, all they want is to get home, and we wonder how we are supposed to go about it. As you can see for yourselves over there, people are crowded.
In the bus parks, based on the nature of how some people carry themselves, there's no doubt that some people don't fully adhere to the guidelines.
During the last cabinet meeting, they said 75%, but later we asked Rura and they allowed us to take full capacity. It's not our fault because it's Rura that regulates us, and we follow what they tell us.
If you look closely, most cars carry 100% of the passengers instead of the 75% as stipulated in the guidelines. Earlier this month, the number of COVID-19 infections was at an average of 50, and for a week now, the infections have been on the rise, with the recent over 200 cases in one day. Health Minister Dr. Daniel Ngamije says this increase needs to be addressed.
We are closely monitoring the situation to find out how much capacity we have in hospitals to take care of the sick people should the cases continue to increase. We've come here to see how the vaccination program is going because we feel vaccination is a lasting cure. What we are asking the people, especially those that we are vaccinating, is to feel comfortable with the jobs. People have to keep in mind that the pandemic is not going away, because we have not even reached 10% of the people who should be vaccinated. So people should be patient, at least until we've vaccinated up to 50% of those we need to vaccinate. Until then, we can come up with the new resolutions that will be less costly to keep life going.
President Paul Kagame says no one should be complacent in such times as we struggle against this pandemic.
We were on a good path as we had got used to the fight against the pandemic while following all that's required as the science stipulates. We were fortunate and got vaccines, although not enough, but it was a start. And we vaccinated Rwandans. We continue to look for others so that more Rwandans can be vaccinated. But you should as well continue to respect the guidelines and not become reluctant where we shouldn't be. Perhaps we might close up again, which will lead to our economy backsliding. We are seeing what's happening across borders in other countries. There is a third wave of the virus that's coming up. Other countries are already experiencing it, as you have seen in photos and news, and it's not good. We don't wish to go through that, so we must take timely measures. You should understand that we do this for everyone's benefit. We wouldn't wish to do that, but if we don't, we would have it worse.
Health experts say that pandemics have an element of surprise, and just a slight compromise in the measures can see things turn for the worst. All Rwandans are therefore continuously encouraged to properly wear their face masks, wash their hands frequently, and practice social distancing.